Okay, in this video we are going to address calculating the period of rotational motion. So when we're talking about rotational motion, we're talking about traveling in a circle. And so we want to know how long it would take, a period is how long it would take to travel the entire circumference of the circle. And so a lot of times we need to know the radius to calculate our period. So if I look at this problem, it says Curtis's favorite disco record has a scratch 12 centimeters from the center that makes the record skip 45 times each minute. What is the linear speed of the scratch as it turns? So they're asking in this question for linear speed. So we're looking for, also known as tangential speed. Like, let's say I was spinning something around on the end of a string, and all of a sudden I let it go. It's going to travel in a straight line, okay, at a certain speed. So for figuring out the speed, the linear speed, I need to look at and calculate the period. So we know, remember, period is the time it takes to go the entire circumference, 2 pi r, okay? So and we want it to travel, how long does it take to make one entire circle, and this is the period right here. Okay, so we know that it goes around 45 times. So it travels 2 pi r 45 times in 60 seconds. Let's use that to find the period. So we just set it up, 45 rotations in 60 seconds. So I plug that in, 45 divided by 60, and I get 0.75. So it can travel 0.75 rotations per second. Okay, so if I take the inverse of that, we can find out our period. Okay, so 1 over 0.75 gives us 1.33. So our period is equal to 1.33 seconds. Now if we go back to that formula I had up before for linear speed, 2 pi r is the circumference, and they gave us the r, right? They tell us it's 12 centimeters. We need to convert that to SI, so to meters we move the decimal over 2 places to the left, and so we end up with 2 pi times 0.12 meters divided by 1.33 seconds, and that will give us our linear speed or our tangential speed. The thing about, we're going to be using a lot of unit circle stuff, and so you have to be in radians when you are calculating these formulas. So 2 times pi. So when I plug that in, I end up with, and I want 2 sig figs, so 0.57 meters per second. Because remember, the 2 pi for radians doesn't actually have a unit.